All right, so welcome to the final day of this teaching. Right, it has been 5 amazing days, and today is the final day to climax it all. All right, so um, before we head into the main discourse of this call, I would like you to go through the previous classes and do how to go through the 2023 bootcamp, right? That's why I went into technical analysis in details, right? So I could not cover so much because of time, because I just want to give you guys an idea of the institutional framework to trade ideas, right? So I'm not here to teach strategy, how to enter, how to exit, right? That's not what I plan to teach. So go and watch my 2023 bootcamp. I did a lot of technical analysis there, right? So, and I covered how I trade, how I look at market structure and all of that, right? So this particular call is going to be addressed to the issues beyond the chart, right? You know, one issue about so many traders is that they believe that their struggles, right, is all about understanding how to make entries and exits. That is what many traders believe their issue is, like making entries and making exits. Right? That's what many people believe. That if they cannot make entries and make exits, then they are good. Meanwhile, that is not the truth. Right? So this call is going to expose certain things that you need to put in place before you can actually see results. So we're going to go beyond the trading charts. Now, you have to understand that everything in your life affects everything. For instance, now, if you go out, maybe you go out to work, or maybe you went to an event and maybe someone got you annoyed there, or something did not go, maybe you were embarrassed there, right? That action is going to affect you in all ramifications. Even when maybe you come back home to meet your siblings, or you just you might even be tempted to carry out that anger out on them, right? And to also affect your trading, because now you're pissed off, and you're now trying to look for who to push that anger to, or to get at, right? Notice that when you're upset, you tend to make more trading mistakes than when you are at a normal level. And when you're very excited, you tend to make more mistakes too than when you're operating at a normal level. Normal means that you're indifferent, you're not happy, you're not sad, all of that. So everything affects trade everything when it comes to trading. That's what many people don't understand. So, for instance, now, if you are actually trading now, maybe you're trading and you have maybe 5 million naira in your account, right? That maybe is from your is maybe you inherited it from your parents or from your loved ones. There's a tendency that you'll be more relaxed to your trade, because even if you win or lose, you have 5 million naira which your parents gave to you. All right. Now compare that kind of situation with someone else that is trading with his last $100, like home and away, his last $100. Because that will actually be what a difference. And now this guy that has only $100, you'll be tempted to believe that it's because of his knowledge that he's struggling, or because of his lack of making entries and exits that he's suffering, not knowing that it is the issue on ground, which is what he has limited funds, right? So there are certain issues that you need to address that are beyond your trading charts. It is beyond market structure. It is beyond entries. It is beyond risk management. These are things that affect your trading, which are external. You have to identify them and handle them. And one of those things I have understood, many people have reached out to me, especially my students, they've asked me this question: how do I manage my time? Because most of you guys are working. And for the records, I don't encourage that you be a full-time trader if you have not been consistently profitable for at least 3 years. Right? Or you don't you have if you don't have spare funds that can serve you. Right? The only time I encourage that you should be a full-time trader is if you have spare funds that can keep you for about 6 months, even if you don't make a single dollar. That means maybe you fund the account, let's say maybe $5,000, right? Or let us make it small. Let's say you fund the account with $2,000 for your trading capital, right? And the only time you can become a full-time trader is if you can live your life for 6 months without this $200 trading capital yielding any profit. That is the only time you should become a full-time trader, when you can foot your bills without having to depend on your trading profit. Because when you are dependent on your trading profit, you're going to be under pressure to meet up certain bills. I have been in situations where I needed to make money to maybe I think that was when I was in school. I needed to make up money to foot my school bills, and the kind of pressure I was in those kind of periods, I lost. In fact, I was even regretting that I should have even used the money to settle the bill. Now I have even lost the one that I have. I still have not been able to settle my bill. Why? Because I was depending on my trading capital for what? My bill. Right? So this one thing you need to really handle. You need to handle your income. This is the first I'm talking about. You need to handle the issue of income. All right. You must learn to have a means of income that does not depend on your trading. It's going to help you a lot. And this is something I always tell my students. As I'm speaking now, even if I don't make a single dollar from my trading for the next 4 months, I will still be able to feed. I will still be able to take care of my bills. I will still be able to cook. I will still be able to live my life without it. Why? Because I have other means of income. This is what many of your mentors don't tell you. You see all these guys on Instagram always flaunting, but check it. They are making money from YouTube. They're making money from their mentorship programs. They're making money from their signals. They're making money from what affiliate payments. All those things are giving them money, and yet you think that you're not doing well because you're not making the kind of or you don't have the kind of cars they have. Meanwhile, those guys they have showed you the pattern. The pattern is that to be successful in trading, you must have other streams of income. So it's very, very important that as a trader, you must have other means of income. You cannot do without it unless you have inherited funds or you just have money. Like maybe you already have money before venturing to trading, that is fine. But if you don't have a kind of big amount of funds you can run back to, then it's very, very important that you must do what? You must have an alternative means of income. It's very, very important. This is going to solve your problems of trading by 50%. It's going to eliminate that pressure of always wanting to overtrade. All those things can be eliminated if you have other means of income. You have to have it. It's very compulsory. And I always say this. That is why in my academy, I kind of said, okay, how can I help my students to make money? Okay, I'm always advocating other means of income. Okay, how can I make my students to make money even while they are studying? Or I know that some of them are students. Okay, how can they make money even as they're in the academy? You can say, okay, now and I introduce what an affiliate system, meaning that once you bring someone to join the academy, you get paid 15,000 naira. Initially it was 10,000, but now we have increased it to 15,000. So imagine that you're a paid student of the academy and you make just 2 referrals a whole month. Or let's say you're making 1 referral a month. Do you know what an extra 15,000 can do for you? A lot. So that is what I was able to come up with. Ways to do what help the students to learn, even as they learn, you can still be seeing something to food their bills, right? And this other means of income does not need to go to your trading account, right? It's just to settle your bills, right? For instance, if you're a student and you do that referral stuff, that's 15,000 to take care of your bills. It's not for you to put your trading account and blow it, right? So you must have other means of income. That is why I am always very busy because I understand that other means of income is important in trading. That is why you see me going for my business. Like yesterday, we were supposed to have a call by 8, but I was so busy because of the things I was doing. And I had to postpone to 11 o'clock because I understand that my trading gets easier when I have other means of income. And this income is there to do it, to stand as what? A guarantee in case something happens or you're not able to make profit for a month. Yeah, you see, one of my sons was telling me that she wants to quit her job. That I don't quit the job, bro. What if you don't make profit for 1 month? What are you going to do? How are you going to take care of your kids if you don't make profit for 1 month for a trading account? So at times I can be in drawdown for like, okay, what if in drawdown for like 2 months? At times I have been in drawdown for like 2 months. I was just going up and down, up and down. Okay, what happens to my bills then? Will my bills know that okay, he's in drawdown, so I will not come? No. You have to find other means of income. Very important. And these are the things that really affect so many of you because you don't have other things giving you money. Please, if you're in the academy, take the referral thing seriously because it's going to really help you. Imagine making just free 15,000 just like that. Just talk to people. This is the value I found in Elektronfx Academy. We have results. Just talk to them and you have made your money. Even if you don't do that, there are other means of income. We have Amazon KDP, we have affiliate marketing, we have book writing and publishing, we have UI design. There are so many things you can like. I like graphic designs, and I always encourage you. One of the easiest way to make income from other means is what to sell. If you are good at something, make a course on it and sell. For instance, now I have a student that came and met me. He said he's good at graphic design. I told him that, okay, you're good at graphic designs. Why are you still struggling financially? He showed his portfolio. I was like, go and create a course and sell it. Because creating selling products will give you more money than services. If you're a graphic designer, you have to learn how to teach others because Teaching others gives you instant cash. You don't have to do any work. Just create a course and people keep buying, 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 buying. It's actually a very easy means of income. Just create a course and people keep buying and buying and buying and buying. You just buy one, you record the video once and it gives you a revenue over and over again. And you need to learn how to market all those. It's actually a buggy money. So you have to learn how to market, you have to learn how to do video editing, all those things. It's a lot of work and it is worth it. So I'm always advocating this thing. Get an alternative means of income. It's very important, please. You cannot do without it because the more you try to do without it, the more you hurt yourself. One of my students, he came and met me and told me that he lost his FT Nigeria account. I told him that okay, do you have other means of income? He said no. I told him go and find a job. And he listened to me. And because of that income that was coming from his job, excuse me. So because of the income that was coming from his job, he was able to pass what 2 accounts at once. Because why? He did not need to pass the account to make his bills met. So he was trading with very relaxed mind. You see, when you're trading with a relaxed mind, it kind of helps you trading a lot, right? That relaxation from trading, it helps a lot. You can't pass a profit challenge when you have a bill next month. It's not possible because you're going to be forcing opportunities. You won't be patient. Everything is just going to be controlling your decision because why? There's something you need money for. So please and please, it's very important that you have an alternative means of income. Find something to sell. Get a job. It's not bad. I've not said it's not a bad thing to get a 9 to 5 job. Get that job, right? So now, another thing that affects our trading, I was talking about several things. Number two is what? Time management. You know, have students come to my meeting that they cannot manage their time. Now, I want to also say this. To be an effective manager of your time, you have to learn how to sacrifice. All right, you have to learn sacrifice. That is the key to time management, sacrifice and planning. So you have to learn how to sacrifice and plan. That is just the solution to this, to this sacrifice and was planning. What do I mean by sacrifice? For instance, you are actually a 9 to 5 worker and you want to still do well in trading, right? Believe me, you can live well on just 4 hours sleep a day, right? An average Nigerian or an average individual sleeps from 12 to 6, or let's say 10 to 6. That's an average Nigerian sleep time. What happens if you take out just 2 hours from your night to study, or 1 hour from your night to study the chart? There won't be any difference. If you take out 1 hour, maybe you study the chart from maybe 11 to 12, or let's say from 12 to 1 before you sleep every day. It won't really make a difference because your body can survive even without 5 hours sleep. Your body can survive even on 3 hours sleep. You can survive on 3 hours sleep, right? So you have to learn how to sacrifice your sleep time. You have to go through all your activities and look at those things that are not very important and screen them out. For instance, like me, I do not watch football. Why? Because football to me is a waste of time. I'm sitting down to watch other people make money, and my own life is not really where I want to be. But I have the time to be watching football. I'm not saying that it's not good, it's bad to watch it, but you have to sacrifice football. You can say, okay, in the whole week, I'm watching football only once. That means even if they have 15 matches a week, you're watching only one. And the rest of the time, you're going to do to plan, to learn, to master the craft. All right, you must learn how to sacrifice. You have to learn how to avoid certain events. It's not some people in a week they go to church program every day. They go to church program, they go to Redeem on Monday, they go to Mounts of Fire on Tuesday, they go to Assemblies of God on Wednesday. No, that's not how to live your life. You have to learn how to limit all those things. I'm not saying that going to church is bad, but you learn how to plan your life. You don't have to be in church every service, you're in church every day. You have to say, okay, in a whole week, I'm going to church only on Sundays and maybe Wednesdays. And that is all. The rest of the day I used to do it to plan and think about the future. You have to learn how to plan. Okay, in a week, for instance, like me now, I don't study every day. Personally, I don't study every day in my church. I have days I study. For a week, like let's say in a week, I can study like 3 days in a week. Like let's say Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and the rest of the week I can also use it to rest. That's how I do I don't study every day. I won't lie to you. I don't study chart every day, right? But I always look at the market every day. But I don't study like look at videos every day. Like today, I'm not watching a video today. So by the days I have, it's just a weekend. I use my weekends very well. Like last Sunday, I studied a lot on Sunday. So whenever you have an opportunity, you make the maximum of it. So you can say in a week, I'll be watching 5 videos, or in a week I'll be watching what 3 hours. I'll put in 3 hours to study. And you cannot say, okay, only every Wednesday I will study all night. You just know how to plan yourself. Just learn how to allocate time, remove unimportant things and put important things. You might need to watch this, you may need to read this book by Brent Tracy, Goals. You have to have this book by Brent Tracy, Goals. You have to read it. Goals. It will really help you with time management. You have to learn how to put the important things first. See, you will not start, you will not learn, you will not watch trading videos all your life. All right, you want to watch trading videos all your life. This time you are still learning, use it effectively. All right, so you have to learn how to say, okay, this week I will study 5 of my materials on YouTube. Or if you're in a paid group, I'll study 5 materials this week. So you can say, okay, Monday I'll study 2. All right, Tuesday I'll study another 2. Maybe Friday I'll study another 2. Just like that. Just learn how to plan. If possible, have a book where you write down your activities. It really help you when it comes to trading. Right? And then another thing that actually we make that are beyond the chart that you need to really learn how to manage is you have to learn how to do to journal your trades. Right? You have to learn how to keep a record of everything you do. Your before you keep it, your after. I mean, if you take one, for instance, you always see my chart. If I want to take a trade now, I would like to do take a screenshot of it before. Why? Because I want to have a record. Why is record important? Because it helps me to keep track of my progress. So if I start making mistakes, I can go back to my record and then know, okay, this is where I make a mistake. And after the trading week, you can go through your trade and say, okay, this is where I should have improved and all of that. So you have to learn how to do it. Keep journals. Keep journals for activities, especially your trading activities. So you have to learn how to keep journals. It will really help you a lot. Some of you guys will be like, I was making profits in the beginning of the year. I don't know what happened. I started making profits. It's because you don't keep journals. If you keep journals, you know where you made your mistake, where you started deviating from your strategy. Because it's very, very, very normal that once we learn a new thing, we abandon the old one, even when the old one was working. So you have to learn to keep journals. Why it's very, very important that you must keep journals. It's very, very important. Keep journals. All right. So before I continue, I want to announce that tomorrow's um our 2 years anniversary. So we're going to be running a 24 hours discount. Right, this is the first time we're doing it. Right, we're going to run a 24 hours discount our paid mentorship, a 50% off. Right, so it's just for 24 hours from now to tomorrow by 9 p.m., which is the 9th. So it's just to celebrate our 2 years anniversary. So our paid mentorship we're having a 24 hours 50% discount. That means you can get in at a 50% discount price, which is 22,500. So you can get in if you register between now to the end of tomorrow at 50% discount, 22,500, which is the half fee of our original price. So if you want to get in, do what if you want. If you're not in Nigeria, maybe in another part of the country, I can also supply the link to register. So just send me a DM or use our seller link to register, and you can get on board immediately. So that's just by the way. So this is actually the discount we're going to be running from now for 24 hours, 50% of our paid mentorship program, right? So that is out of the way. So let's go back to what we were talking about. So you have to learn how to keep journals, right? So journals will help you when it comes to trading because there are times in which you will experience downtimes, and the journals will want to encourage you because you will see that you actually be making progress, right? So that is it. You have to learn how to keep journals, all right? And then another thing you have to learn how to do what? You have to learn how to manage your risk, right? And I've made videos on this severally. You have to learn how to do what? Manage risk. Manage your risk, very, very important. You must have a particular percentage you risk. Like one guy was asking me a funny question today. He was asking me um that he doesn't know how to manage his trades, right? So you have to learn how to manage your risk. And managing risk is a function of your trading plan. So you have to have risk management. Risk management simply means so for risk management and trade management, you have to have a trading plan, right? So trading plan simply means what and what you're looking at. Okay, let's kind of list what and what you should be in your trading plan, right? So let's answer this question once and for all. So these are the things that should be in your trading plan. So trading plan should have the following things, right? Trading plan should have number one, the assets you trade. I've talked about this before. You should have assets you trade. You must have specific assets you trade. You must not trade everything. Have 4 to 5. You must not, let's say 4 to 5 assets you trade, right? Maximum of 5. Let me say maximum of 5. You must trade 2 things at once. You must have assets you trade. You must have what? Your trading period. What session are you trading? Are you trading kill zones? So have a trading sessions in your trading plan. You must have another thing you must have is what? Your criteria, right? For entry or exit. So it should be a trading plan. Your criteria for entries and exits. right? You must have a criteria for trading and your entry and exit, and then you must also have so I'm just kind of from what I use for my trading plan. You must have your RR, so your risk reward ratio, right? You must have what's your risk on what's on your trades and what you should collect, right? So if you're risking one, I usually advise on 1:3. 1:3 is ideal. So if you 1:3, it's very ideal to use 1:3, right? So maybe it's a bit smaller, so I can enter. Okay. So 1:3 is ideal for this. It's very, very ideal to use 1:3. Right, it's ideal. Right. So the guy was asking me that he doesn't know how that sometimes you close early, blah blah blah. I've told you it's very simple. Have your trading plan. If it's 1:3 you're taking, take your 1:3 and walk away. I've said this in over and over again. Even if a trade gives you 1:500 and you take 1:3, it's not a bad trade, right? Depends on the kind of trader you are. If your appetite can, you like to hold trades, then you can simply take partial and then allow it to run, right? Running profit is not your profit. So then you don't need to be concerned about how much price move, how much price not move. It's not really important, right? You must learn how to use the put a specific risk reward ratio in your trading plan, then use that, right? So you must also have your max loss for a day. So max loss, right? Max daily loss. So you must have a maximum loss take for a day. For me, it's 2%. I don't lose more than 2% in a single day, right? So 2% for me. So you must have a maximum daily loss, and then you have a maximum number of trades take a day. So maximum number of trades, right? So you must have a maximum number of trades, and then you must have what targets, right? You have a weekly or monthly target. So it helps to keep you in check, right? So, right, these are the things that should be a trading plan, right? So if you have this written down, right, you must write down all these things so that it'll be very, very easy for you. Write it down. Number of assets you trade, your trading sessions, your content for entry and exit, your risk reward ratio, when you take partials, when you break even, it must be written down. Your maximum daily or weekly loss, the maximum number of trades you take, your weekly or monthly profits, or profit targets. So once you make this profit target, you're done for the week, right? So you must have all these things written down, right? It must be written down and reviewed regularly. So you must review your trading plan regularly so you don't deviate, right? You must have this written down. So you must have written down and then reviewed regularly. You must have all these things. These are the things that will really help you when it comes to trading. You must have this trading plan written down, assets you trade, everything written down, right? So anyone asking stupid questions like, I don't know when to take profit, it simply means that it does not do what, it does not have a trading plan. Because if you have a trading plan, then you know when to take your profit and the criteria for your exit. Are you see how I've written it? You must have a criteria for what your exit. When should you leave a trade? Is it after the market has taken partials? I mean, after the market has taken out a high, you must have a reason why you must exit a trade and why you must enter a trade. You must have a reason. Should it be at equal highs? Should it be at equal lows? Should it be when at this session? For me, I don't like when trading into a new day. So you must have all those things written down. It's not like you just can be trading randomly. You must have a trading plan and you must review it regularly. All right. So, and then another thing I must say that that's actually part of this. You must also have what? You must have what? A healthy spiritual life, right? It really helps, right? You must have a healthy spiritual life because we are all spiritual beings, right? You must have a healthy spiritual life. It's very important that you must have a healthy spiritual life. It's very, very important. It will really help your trading because we are all spiritual beings, right? We're all spiritual beings. You must have a healthy spiritual life. You must pray consistently. Yeah. You must pray consistently. Have the time you pray. Have the time you meditate. Have the time you just seek the face of God. All of this is you must live a concentrated life, consecrated life. Sorry. So you must have a healthy spiritual life. And then one final thing I have to add there is you must know what you must have what you must adjust your attitude, right? Adjust your mindset. It's very, very important, right? If you want to see results in your trading, you must have a different mindset, right? And one of the kind of mindsets you should incorporate, you must have what an abundance mindset, right? This is the reason that many people struggle. They actually have this poverty mentality. You must have that mentality of what abundance. You must believe that you are abundant All right, you must have an abundant mindset. It's very, very important that you must have this. You must believe that you're abundant. And how do you have an abundant mindset? Number one, by believing that you have enough. Believe that everything is working for you and not against you. Right? You must learn how to be abundant. And when you have an abundant mindset, you won't struggle to give. Right? You won't struggle to give. You must learn how to give. For instance, now you guys now are attending my course for the past 6 days. I've been teaching you things that I paid to learn. Right? I paid to learn all these things. I'm giving you guys for free. It's kind of abundant mindset. I'm giving you guys this information for free. These are the things that people pay $99 a month for. But I'm giving you guys for free. Sometimes you see me having, sometimes I'll just be like, okay, give me your land. But there's no week that goes by that I don't give out something. Like today, I'm giving something to my dad. You must learn how to give. Right? So you must learn how to give. It sponsors giving. The reason you don't give is because you feel that you don't have enough. So you're not abundant. You must learn how to give. You must learn how to give. Right? You must learn how to give. Learn how to give things for free. It's not everything that people will pay for. Some people, everything they must pay for. You want to hold a boot camp, they will pay. Everything pay. No, it's not, it doesn't supposed to be so. You must learn how to give. You give freely. Learn how to give free. Learn how to give. Because why? You have abundance. And who should you give to? Number one, you should give to number one. You must give your tithes. I have to add this, very important. I do these are things that I do that actually sponsor my result. I give to the guys. You must always give to spiritual leaders. Very important. Give to your pastor. You must give to your pastor, spiritual leaders, right? You must give to your parents. Very important. And this is number three. Number three, parents. So you must give to your religious gathering, your church. You must know how to give to them. You must give to your parents because the Bible says that honor your parents and it may be well with you, right? And this and you may live longer than us. You must know how to give to your parents, right? A week should not go by that you don't give something to your parents. A week should not go that you don't buy something for your parents. Buy your mom something. Let them bless you. Always learn how to give to your parents. It's very important. Very, very important. Right? I must give you guys based on order of priority, right? You must learn how to give to your parents, give to your mom, give to your dad, give to your parents and family. Right? The Bible says charity begins at home. Right? It's a book of Timothy. The Bible says if you're most if you cannot take care of the members of your household, you must learn how to give to your parents. And sometimes it should be done what regularly. Right? All these things should be done regularly. You have to have a lifestyle of what giving. Right? So you have to have that lifestyle of giving because why? The Bible says, give and shall be given unto you. That means if you don't give, you don't expect to receive. We live in a world where everyone wants to receive. Even my pay group now, you are seeing students that wants me to still give them money. Even after everything I've taught them, you still want me to be the one to give them. Everything, give me, give me, give me, give me. That's why many of them don't grow. Everything is give me, give me, give me. Don't want to give anything. Every day someone is holding costs for you. You cannot say, okay, take this 1,000 naira and buy data. Okay, use one and pay for trading view. You will never see people do that. But still they want the results. You cannot have that kind of results when you don't know how to give. So you have to learn give to those that have added value to you. You must learn how to give to them. It's a kind of appreciation because appreciation is the application for more, right? So give to those that have added value to you, right? You must give to them. Anyone that has been of a contribution to your life, learn to give to them. Like me personally, there's nobody that taught me forex that I have not given something. God bears me witness. I've given to my mentor. I've given to all my mentors. Even the guys that are not my mentors said I even taught me how to trade. I've given to them. I've given to them because why? They added value to me, and giving them was opens was that door for more. That means there's some people that can go to their DM at any time and they will respond to me because why? I have created that relationship with them. So you have to learn to give to those that have added value to you. Anyone that has added something to your life, anyone that has been a contribution to your success, right? How can you be under a place and maybe someone taught you how to make money, right? Yeah, and you make $1,000. And it doesn't occur to you that you cannot carry maybe even if it's just 50 and say thank you for teaching me, thank you for those are things that I have done. I'm not saying it because I'm the one saying it. I have done it. Go and ask Tony. Tony is my mentor. You can go and ask him. I have not given him something and say, sir, please take and buy pizza. Those are the things that I use to do what to do what to expand my mindset, because I know that as I'm giving, I'm getting back. So you must learn how to give. Very important. Learn how to give. Stop always, please give me, mentor give me, mommy give me, daddy give me. You will never grow. The reason why at my age, I'm a very young man and I've hit that 7-figure mark is because I know these things, because giving is the easiest way to do it, to enter wealth. I'm telling you the truth. I'm stressing on this because this is one of the things that I have done and I have seen the results. I am not a pastor, so I'm not saying it so you come and give me tithe or you come and give me a spiritual seed or dangerous seed. I'm not a pastor. I'm telling you that this thing works. You must learn how to give because it expands your mind. And the Bible says, as a man gets inside, so is it. When you think abundantly, you become abundant. You become what? A mystery. You must learn how to give. Anyone that's added value to you, learn to give. Sir, please take and pay for trading view. Sir, please use and buy the data. Sir, use and buy a new shoe. That is how to grow. How can you in a month you make $5,000? You cannot carry just even if it's 20 and give to the person that has added to your life. All the people that have trained you cannot say take thank you, you cannot do it. You will not grow. Just a matter of time. Right? So you have to give, because as you give, the same measure you used to give, the same measure you give it back to you. It's very important. And then you must give to those that have the results you don't. Is this kind of seed? So you must have to give to those that have the results you desire. So anyone that has a result that you desire, learn to give to them, because it opens what their hearts to you. It opens that place to you, right? So there was a time in my life that I was really struggling my trading. So I had to um, locate someone that was doing very well. I don't know. That was some time ago, and I just gave to him, and it was a matter of time. I said, my results are changing, right? So you must learn how to give. Anyone that has a result that you don't have, go and learn to give to that person, because that person will show you what's secret. There's no secret. We have what we call privileged information. So when people say a gift of man opens way for him, when you give to those that have what you don't have, they will kind of um, want to reward you in a way. And how they reward you by doing what? By telling you some things that you don't know. And they can even pray over you, right? Some people have what we call blessings, like spiritual blessings on them. When you give to them, it opens to you. We can read the book. I think the Bible says that I will bless those that bless you. That is what you told Abraham, right? So when you give to a blessed person, you spiritually what invoke the blessing that is upon his life. So when you find someone that has a result that you don't have, give to him. I've done it. There was time I'm not mentioning names now, so it's you guys know what I'm talking about. There was time I met Havila, Havila Global, and I really wanted results. So what I did, I just found an opportunity. I think it was on his birthday or something like that. It was on his birthday. I just wired him. I think it was 5,000 naira. And he said, God bless you, sir. It didn't take 24 hours. I gave Havila 5,000 naira. It didn't take 24 hours. Havila is not a pastor, it's not a man of God. But the kind of money I got, it was running in more than 100,000 naira in less than 48 hours. I made more than 100K. And one time I gave to my pastor and said, I'm telling you the truth. These are things I have done. You cannot succeed in trading if you don't know how to give. Watch the lives of Bill Gates. He has a foundation. Look at Jeffrey Benson. You see him doing giveaway. You see FX. Even though I don't like his method of trading, you see him doing giveaway, giving to orphan, giving. These are the things that the rich do, and they explode. You must learn how to give. Stop always being the one to collect. You can never grow that way. I'm telling you, you can never grow if you have this habit of always wanting to receive. Right? So learn how to give. Right? So these are the things that will really help you when it comes to trading. You must learn how to give. You must learn how to sacrifice and plan your life. You must seek other means of income. You must do what? You must learn how to do what? To expand your mindset. Right? So now another thing you must also learn about mindset is what? You have to do what? You have to do what? You have to develop a self-dependent mindset. This is something I need to talk about a bit. So in your trading, you must learn how to depend on yourself. But this is why I don't give signals. I don't give all those things, because I want you to learn how to depend on yourself. Learn to depend on yourself. Stop looking for signals, looking for who to give you this, who to give you that. Learn to depend on yourself. Open the chart, mark up your chart, do it yourself. Stop looking for trading robots, blah blah blah. Learn to do it yourself. You can do it. If other people have done it, then you can do it. It's just a matter of time, right? So learn to be dependent. And one last I want to add there is learn to depend on yours and don't compare. So don't compare yourself with anybody, right? So don't compare. Right? Don't compare yourself to anybody. Bible says that those comparing themselves with themselves are not wise, right? Learn how to do your thing. Don't compare yourself with anybody. You don't have the results yet. No, you don't have it. You don't have the results yet. So learn to depend or to depend on yourself. Don't depend on anyone. Depend on yourself. Bible God has given you everything you need to do it. You have everything inside of you. The money you seek is inside of you. The billionaire you want to be is inside of you. You develop yourself. Develop yourself. Develop yourself. And then another thing we must talk about is that you must have what? You must develop. Another thing you must develop was develop and ever. Let's say develop a hunger to continue growing. So you must learn. You must always continue growing, right? So you must develop a hunger for continuous growth. So every day, a day should not go by that you don't study. Right? I don't want this because already 40 minutes. All right, so I need to wrap up here. So I will still talk more on this things. Right? Just always you can always hop up on my channel and see more of this things. I don't want this call to be so long, but you must learn how to be dependent on yourself. Depend on yourself. Trust your abilities. You have it. Stop posting your entry to me before you take it. If you're a student, I want to reply that question. Don't ask me if it's going to reply or not. I'm not going to answer you. Depend on yourself. Learn what I have taught you and depend on yourself. Don't be looking for who. If you fail, you learn. Nobody becomes a master by copying. Nobody becomes a master by cutting corners. Learn, fail, and learn. Grow and learn. Right? It's very important. Right? So I think I've wrapped up this call. I've talked about a lot of things. So I don't want this call to be too long. I thank you all for helping up in this call. It has been an amazing training. So I wish that this answers some of your questions. And if you have, I'll be creating a Google form after this call so I can send it to you guys. So if you have any issues, you can do how to send it to the form, and then I'll contact you via email to give you guys a direct response. So I know some of you guys have an issue or one or two questions. Do how to fill in the form, and then I can respond to you directly. I'll make a video for it. So just post your questions or issues or concern to the link I've sent to you guys, and then I'll respond direct to you, like direct response to you, personal response. I want to respond to anybody one by one. So if you have any question, I will respond to you directly. So I will do that before the end of the month. So between now and the end of the month, I will reply to each and every one of you one by one. So you also post your question in that link, in that free link I'll be giving. I will answer your question directly. Any issue, I will address you personally through your email. All right. So don't forget our discount is running from now to the end of tomorrow. If you have someone that you know that should be in a different academy, do what to use the opportunity to tell him that come and join, come and join. Right, so this opportunity does not pass him by, right? So after tomorrow, it's go back to for for 1 year. Remember, this is for a year. It's for a year, not forever. It's 5K to 2.5K for a year. So it's running from the day you register to the day it comes to an end, right? So I hope this was insightful. I wish you guys the best of the trading. So do how to watch the previous course before this one, and I see you guys as you continue. So you see more technical analysis, the subscribe to each channel. We're having more and more course as you continue, right? So cheers and God bless.